Kia knows you like your SUV, so for a brand that's made a name for itself in developing value for money offerings, they've come up with this, the Kia Sonet. Let's find out what it offers for the Philippine market in our first look. Kia calls their new small SUV the Sonet because it is pretty much the complete package, or so they say. In terms of looks, I actually like what is going on right here. It may be small, it's about the same size as other subcompact SUVs out there, but because of the design elements, it looks sportier and more planted and bigger than you would normally think. I like the way they did the Sorrento-like styling right here in the front. The tiger nose grille, still pretty much the focal point. LED headlights for the top-of-the-line variant. And of course, things like a monotone roof for this one, the exclusive to the top-of-the-line SX variant, the pewter green, but you can also get it in a two-tone red and black and white and black. For the other variants, such as the EX variant, monotone colors would be the order of the day. That would make it available in things like white, red, and blue. Now with the Sonet, definitely the front end is a looker, but towards the side you would see how compact and small it is. But get this, the wheelbase is actually pretty generous for its exterior dimensions, and I like the fact that Kia has implemented standard 16-inch alloy wheels regardless of variant. Of course, continuing with that SUV-like look, you get roof rails, at least in the SX variant, as well as a sunroof. Now let's head over to the back to see what the Sonet has to offer. Now normally the rear end of an SUV would feel like an afterthought, but not here with the Kia Sonet. You can see I like the fact that they implemented the full-width LED taillights that would light up, giving this unique visual signature, especially at night. And of course, things like the aero elements right here by the tailgate. Overall, I would have to say a 10 out of 10 in terms of design. Great as the Sonet is, outside, inside, it's even better. In terms of design, it takes on the same familiar look as you would see in vehicles like the Sorrento, and for that you get the horizontally laid out dashboard. Now technology is something that you won't normally find in a vehicle of this price point, but the Sonet is actually a big surprise. In terms of features, at least in the top-of-the-line SX variant, you get things like a 10.25-inch digital gauge cluster, a 10.25-inch touch-based infotainment system with Apple CarPlay, wireless, and Android Auto, USB Type-C connectors, and a wireless charger. You also get things like an automatic climate control system with rear vents. And speaking about the rear vents, you would also find USB Type-C ports there as well. Of course, aside from the aforementioned sunroof, you also get leatherette seats with two-tone tan and black color combination. A bit of class for this price point. Now, normally we would always be talking about how the front seats or the front passengers feel in this type of vehicle, but for this one, because there are a lot of surprises at the back, we're going to explore how the rear seats fare as well. Now, here at the back, and I have this driver's seat actually arranged to my preferred driving position. You can actually find ample knee room right here. Again, rear aircon vents, rear USB Type-C ports, and get this, and this is one of the things I like, 3-point seat belts for all passengers, headrests for everyone here, and even a center armrest. Now these are the sort of luxury features you don't find in a car of this price point, but again, the Sonet ticks all those boxes. Now this is the first time I'm actually driving the Sonet around, and this is pretty much a controlled environment, but I'll have to say first impressions are pretty great. Now mechanically, the Sonet doesn't exactly rewrite the rules. It has the same sort of elements you would find in other subcompact SUVs, but the most important aspect is how everything comes together so cohesively to make this actually a big surprise, and I mean it in a good way in terms of driving. You get a 1.5-liter engine, 4 cylinders, that's 1 cylinder more than its chief competition, and that gives you about 114 or 115 PS of power and 144 Newton meters of torque. Those are pretty stout or great numbers again, which makes it one of the best in class in terms of performance. And one of the things I like about Kia is its IVT transmission. So it's a CVT transmission with a built-in step logic that makes it behave like a regular automatic transmission. So again, it's one of those things that gives you the best of both worlds. It feels balanced, smooth, quiet, for especially considering its price, which I will talk about later. And it doesn't feel like lacking in power at all. A very sprightly, very sporting manner. So it's great for those who are looking for a starter SUV. What I like about the Sonet is that Kia was able to introduce DriveWise. That's Kia's suite of advanced driving assist technology. So in the case of the Sonet, it gives you things like forward collision warning, lane keep assist, and lane departure warning. So overall, this vehicle is not just great to drive, not just in the city, but also for long distances, because you can actually hear how smooth and comfortable it is, but it's also one of the safest choices that you can get in the market. The Sonet, it seems, is a winner in terms for Kia. Dressed to impress, the Kia Sonet has it all. It has performance, it has the specs, and it wants market share. So for all of you out there who are wondering how much is it? Well, it starts at 770,000 pesos and it tops off at just below 1.1 million pesos, and it comes with a 5-year warranty or 160,000 kilometers. So pretty much it's a small SUV that does it all.